sports. It's in the game.
You talk about a big play. Hey, you don't get any bigger than that.
Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. as we'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Drake May and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Daniels. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground. Some quarterbacks just seem to have a knack for setting up the draw play, and he did it really well there.
And those guys who can do that well often are very good at play action too. And the beneficiaries, they're running backs and they're wide receivers.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run with Allen. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Here's Allen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. Allen here on the screen. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Micah Parsons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing here is May. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Inside the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And Jackson going to run again. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And his kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw, it's May. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. His first catch good for 8 and a 1st down. From the gun, it's May. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 83 yards.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy, and that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
To the air, May. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's May. Over the middle and complete to Addison. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. The Steelers at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
6-0 our score after 1. Throwing now, May on 1st down. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Looking to throw. May.
Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Drake May
With his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Steelers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So that drive goes 8 plays. And a nice play on the end of it. An 18-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the... Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10.
They'll throw with May.
Steps away to his left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Eluding the pressure right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And Andrew's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Daniels.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 9.
To throw is Jackson.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
DK Metcalf.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Daniels. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He's stopped at his tracks by Ahmad Gardner. 2nd and 5.
Now it's Jackson.
Open man is the rookie from Auburn.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Here's Jackson to throw.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Jackson now.
That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Jackson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8, 21-13. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as these guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Now May on first down.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock. With 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than 1 step, they're going to throw a flag on you.
Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Rashee Rice, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Jonathan Taylor, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the shotgun, May with it. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw here. Runs over it.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. On first down, here's May. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's May.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they just got a little help from their defense.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. 2nd down, May.
Escaping the pressure right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
Flush to his right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Rolling to his right. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Barkley inside handoff. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll set up to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes this a 9-point game. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they'll begin by running the option.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Jackson.
Pass caught by Pearsall.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Now it's Jackson.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. picked off by Micah Parsons.
And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. They go play action here on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Washington's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Barkley again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career.
And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. Nifty move. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he takes a shot at the end of that play. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Halted in his tracks by Keanu Benton.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Jackson.
That's complete to Pearsall.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here.
To throw again is Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
Jackson to throw.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Frazier. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now back to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Here's 1st and 10. Jackson.
Allen here on the screen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Here's 1st down. Throwing, Jackson.
Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Now Jackson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Here's Jackson.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Allen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One last shot for Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Steelers,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.